guys, this is a short video all about the hamstrings. There are just a couple of poses. I've linked them together into a flow, but if there's one that feels good, you can hang out there for a little bit longer and just make it work for you. So come to stand at the top of the mat. Take a few moments to ground down, maybe reach the arms over the head, look to the thumbs, and then draw the hands through the heart center. Hold them here for a moment. Find the breath. Pull the belly to the spine, and as you inhale, reach the arms over the head. Look to your thumbs. Exhale, folding forward, soften the knees. Palms come to the floor. And then heel toe the feet hip width apart. Keep the knees really bent. Catch hold of opposite elbows and let the head hang heavy. Just dangle down here. Soften the knees. Let the head draw yourself down. Tailbone starts lifting up towards the sky. Or maybe swaying gently side to side, breathing, noticing any tension in the back of the body, the hamstrings. And then slowly releasing the elbows. You're going to take the left hand to the outside of the right foot and bring the right arm up so you're finding a little twist. You can bend the left knee, straighten the right. Try not to lock out the knee here. And then just swap them over the other side. Right hand to the outside of the left foot, taking a twist, maybe gazing up over the left shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center and lengthen halfway, so lift the chest. Planting the palms and step the feet back, finding your high plank position. And then release the knees to the floor and send the hips to the heels. Come into a child's pose, taking a breath and feeling the back of the rib cage expand. Just allow yourself to surrender to a moment of stillness here. And then ease your way back onto the heels. Walk the hands back to the knees. Tuck the toes under. Make sure the little toes don't get out of this one. We're coming into a toe stretch, so just make sure that you can feel this all the way through the feet. We're working deep into the fascia, the connective tissue. And if it feels really uncomfortable, see if you can sit with it, but just use the breath to start opening up a little bit more space in between the toes through the arches of the feet. Keep the weight stacked above the hips, shoulders in line with the heels. Keeping the neck nice and long. Breathing softly, strongly through the nose. And then slowly ease off. Reach the hands forward, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a moment to be here, maybe pedal out the knees if that feels good. And the knees can stay bent, that way the tailbone can lengthen up towards the sky a little bit more, especially if the hamstrings are tight. And then as you inhale, reach the right leg high. Draw it forwards and step the foot between the palms. From here, you're going to straighten the leg and bring the left leg a little bit closer. Both feet face forward. You're going to lift the hands, lift the chest, and bring the hands onto the hips. If you can reach the floor with a flat back, then the hands can come to the floor. But the most important thing is the spine is straight. We're lengthening the whole of the back of the body. Gazing at the top of your mat. Keeping the belly button drawing to the spine. And then releasing the hands in front of the right foot. Start to walk them forwards, coming into a little bit of a lean forwards, then placing the left foot and the right foot back, downward facing dog. And then we'll swap to the left side, reaching the left leg high, drawing it forwards, stepping it between the palms, and then stepping the right foot a little bit closer, either leaving the hands on the floor if you can reach, or bring them up to the hips. And if they're on the hips, you can use the hands to guide the hips square. Keep the chest lengthening forward, keep the spine nice and long, really strong control through the core. And then use the breath to open up through the back of the body. Feel that length, feel that space. Just noticing if one leg's more comfortable than the other. And then leaning your hands onto the floor, step back to your downward facing dog. You can inhale the right leg high. And then step the foot back between the palms. This time release the left knee down, untuck the toes and sweep the arms over the head. So taking a nice little stretch through the front of the left leg. And then you're going to send the hips back towards the heel, release the hands to the floor. Keep the weight of the body forwards. You can either sit on the heel or keep the hips lifted, whatever works for you in your body. All of our skeletons are different, so find what works for you. Maybe you can use your hand on your fingers on your big toe to shuffle the heel forwards if you need to create a little bit more width between the legs. And then stay with the breath here. Use it to guide you a little bit deeper. And then take the weight forward, bend the knee, untuck the back toes and step to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Draw it forward, step the foot between the palms and release the right knee. Untuck the toes, reach over the head. Lift up out of the waist so you're not collapsing into the lower back. And breathe here, feel the opening through the hip flexor. And then releasing the hands to the floor, send your hips towards your heel. You can keep them lifted or send them all the way back down. Find what works on this leg, knowing that the two sides of our body might be completely different. Just taking a couple more breaths to find a little bit of extra space. And then leaning forwards into the left knee, plant the palms, lift the knee and step back. And then release the knees down nice and wide, send the hips back to the heels. We're back in our child's pose. Finding the breath in the back of the body, feel that 360 degrees of breath all the way around the torso. And then gently draw yourself up, take the feet from underneath you. So the left leg extends, the sole of the right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh. You're going to lift up through the chest and reach for the left foot. You can use a strap, or if the foot's not in reach, you can grab hold of the ankle. But again, the important thing is that the spine is straight, the chest is lifted. And connect to the breath. That's going to help draw you deeper, hollow out the lower belly. See if you can create a little bit more space. And then slowly release. We're going to swap to the other leg. So bringing the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Lift up through the heart center first. And then come to draw yourself down. And again, maybe just noticing, is one side of the body more open than the other? Have you got a little bit more space here? Does it feel tighter? And does the breath allow you to draw deeper into the pose? We're just noticing, no judgment. And then slowly inhaling to draw yourself up. Release both feet out in front of you. Maybe shuffle yourself down the mat a little, and then come to lie down and take your final Shavasana. And you can stay as long as you like in your final relaxation, just allowing the healing to take place. Allowing us to absorb all of the benefits of our short little practice. Just bringing ourselves to total stillness. And when you're ready, you can reach the arms over the head, take a stretch, and then bring yourself up to a seated pose. Bringing the hands to touch at the heart. Namaste.
If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, I've got lots more to share, so you can follow my playlists here. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking below, or you can check out my blog via the link here.